Hey guys, this is our estate sale coming up in Yadkinville, September 12th, 13, 14. Whoa, I'm going really fast. Sorry about that. There were some vintage Disney glasses and some Star Wars and a few Power Rangers. Now we're into bakeware, ovenware, and some utensils. And then we move into, there's a ton of koozies, some vintage brassware. Some pots and pans. That was a sterling, not a sterling silver, but a stainless steel flatware set. Now there's some really cool Scooby-Doo mugs, some coffee cups, some cleaning supplies. Wow, we're going really fast. Sorry. Small appliances. Got some heaters, toaster oven, mixer, some glassware. There's those really cool Kentucky Derby glassware sets, vintage. You can look those up on eBay. Some more vintage collectibles, glassware, some art on the walls. A set of Christmas dishes. I think we're looking at the dining room table right now. It has 6 chairs and this really awesome base with these really cool feet. And now we're going to move into where the show really begins, y'all. There's thousands of CDs at this sale. This was a real media collectible type sale, and so there she is. Isn't she lovely? And then there's some more art on the walls, some collectibles. Wow, y'all, sorry, I'm going really fast. I think I was trying to make sure when I did the speed that we could see everything. Some more art, an enormous amount of office supplies, both in this room and upstairs. Now we're in the bathroom where there's some more small appliances and a bunch more cleaning supplies, and then some unused toiletries like toothpaste, deodorant, etc. Some linens and some holiday giftware, wrapping paper to get you ready for the upcoming holiday season. And then this really awesome collection of bells. Then we're going to move into the living room where there's a ton more collectibles around media, books, hardcover, softback, recliners, thousands of DVDs, CDs, albums, some more vintage collectibles, some musician artwork. Don't mind my shoes in that. Some vintage glasses, a little Beatles table here. And then we've got this a couple different Kiss vintage puzzles. And this is a grill, you guys, a really awesome vintage grill. This is a media set with the TV and the stand and the DVD player. Everything goes together. Now we went straight upstairs to one of the bedrooms. There is a really nice collection of costume jewelry that we've set out. Some really cool vintage ashtrays. There's 2 closets full of plus size his and her clothing, so make sure you go through those when you get here. And then we're going to scroll around. There's a ton of seasonal decor sort of set up at different places throughout the house. We've got this dresser and mirror, and then opposite of that, we've got a really nice chest of drawers. There's so much to look at this sale, you guys. Here's some really awesome hats. This person was a hat collector, and there's so many hats to look at. There's some more linens down here, some adorable vintage pillowcases, tons of unused curtains, shears, a little table with some magnolias and a lamp, a lot more holiday and seasonal decor, but just so much to look at this sale. I wanted to make sure I get you guys a little bit of a preview of what's going on. We've got some more media, Wicked calendar, a set of horses and Barbies, some more art on the walls. This is a print from Egypt. The homeowner did take a trip to Egypt and brought some really awesome souvenirs back. Some more art on the walls for you. Some books, vintage collectibles. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys my top 10 favorite things at this sale, and hope they become somebody else's favorite things and they get to go home with you guys. Here is another really cool piece of art, and we're going to show this vintage camel hat, corduroy hat. So cool. Here is that chest of drawers I was telling you about. Some more toiletries here in the bathroom. A little jewelry box with some unused toiletries, Band-Aids, some shampoo and conditioner. And then we move to the back side of the table in that same bedroom. Really cool Krispy Kreme hat. Some more vintage brassware. Then we're going to see a little bit more of the costume jewelry. There's a ton of necklaces, tons of earrings, brooches, pins. And now we're moving in the hallway where we've hung a ton of art. And we're going to move into that second bedroom. Really cool piece of art we've had a couple of inquiries about is the True Aid down here at the bottom. I think it shows you a quick little glance. And then we are going to move into the second bedroom where there is an enormous amount of things to look at. Y'all could spend a lot of time here looking at all of the really cool things. We love telling a story, the story of life with all of these possessions, and then putting them on display and staging them so that you guys can get an idea of what you'd like to spend time and energy shopping for. We love that you like to shop small and shop local and shop used items, reuse them to the best of your ability. Really cool oak vintage antique bed. I think it's a full, don't quote me on that. Tons of vintage t-shirts, band t-shirts, Merlefest t-shirts. There is these two matching side tables or end tables. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a vintage Shirley Temple paper doll book where I'm not sure any of the little paper dolls have been used or taken out of there. We've got a little vintage car collection. This is where there's some American Girl dolls. I think there's 3 American Girl dolls and then a couple of Raggedy Ann and Andy's. There's also a ton of American Girl accessories, clothing, items, etc. Some more art on the walls. We've got some more dolls. Everything's in really great shape. We've tried to clean things up. We'll take some of the really nice vintage clothing home and wash it and then steam it so that it's pressed for you. Got a set of Childcraft encyclopedias there. There's some of that vintage clothing I was talking about. We've got an unused sewing machine, Singer, some more vintage clothing in the closet there, more books. You can see that Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck hat straight from Disney World. And then this lava lamp, which is super cool. And then there's a lot of really fun things to look at on this desk. There's a little vintage Batman. There's a little vintage Snoopy piggy bank. Vintage Ninja Turtle water bottle. Let's see what else we've got here. I think there's just more collectibles to look at. One thing that's not a part of this video that I wanted to make sure you guys knew existed is that there's an entire basement full of things that I didn't shoot for the video because it's not fully prepped yet. And then we also have a garage full of more items that will be towards the end of the video, just a couple still shot pictures. But I think now we're just sort of panning around to see some more of the items in the room. So much to look at. Now we are outside looking at this amazing faux bamboo table and chairs that's outside on the screened-in porch. And then I think there's that stained glass piece that I took a picture of and put in the pictures earlier. Some more porch decor. And we've got this set of outdoor seating. The cushions really were trash. They're over off to the side. If somebody really wanted them, they could have them. Oh, and then here's my top 10 favorite things. This is a vintage Avon collectible My First Nativity set. This little vintage coin purse is my second. This amazing Egyptian jewelry box. Look it up on eBay. They're similar. Oh, and then this California raisin takes me back to childhood, so I just love him. There's this Art Deco cup and saucer set. There's only 3 cups and 3 plates. This is a little vintage hand-sewn pillowcase set. That vintage grill, which is so adorable. And then I think there is this little dried flower, little just trinket art. Then there's this little kitty. I think it's adorable. And then this amazing Dr. Pepper cooler. And then I think there's a couple still shots of the basement. Yes, so we have organized and cleaned out not the basement, this is the garage. And then, y'all, there's thousands and thousands of books and CDs and DVDs. And I didn't even get to show you the basement, but we hope that you guys will come see us September 12, 13, 14 in Yadkinville. Message me if you have any questions. There's so much to look at and you could spend an enormous amount of time here. Thanks. See you soon.